Welcome back. Thanks again for joining us on This Week in the Valley. Our show features people who are making a difference and events taking place all over the area. I'm Donna Bell.
And I'm Darren Elizaris. We have another exciting show for you. Joining us a bit later are Kathy Fimler and Mark Hatfield with the Community Art Players of Salisbury, Jennifer Schiffman with Digidiva Dialogues, and with Immaculate Conception School is Carrie Kempker to tell you about Quarter Madness.
It's that time of year again. This Sunday, most Americans will wake up only to realize they've lost an hour of their weekend to daylight saving time, the price we pay for 8 months of well-lit evenings.
Daylight saving time is often incorrectly referred to as daylight savings time, but so many people say it incorrectly that, in a sense, it's become universally adopted to the dismay of many wordsmiths. And a wordsmith is a skilled user of words, our lesson for today.
Unless you live in Arizona or Hawaii, which don't observe daylight saving time, you're probably used to this routine by now. We're going to bypass handing out the usual tips on preparing for the time change. This year instead, we'll share with you some fun facts about daylight saving time.
Candy makers in the barbecue industry enjoy daylight saving time because longer amounts of daylight in the fall means more time for kids to go trick-or-treating on Halloween.
The barbecue industry is also a big proponent of the extended daylight hours. In 1986, when the U.S. added an extra month of daylight saving time, it was estimated to be worth $100 million in extra sales of barbecue grills and charcoal briquettes.
Earlier sunsets mean more people come home after work and settle into a good episode of their favorite TV show. So when the clocks spring forward and offer more hours of sunlight, people often choose to run errands and do other outdoor recreational activities after work.
While twins born at 11:55 p.m. and 12:05 a.m. may have different birthdays, daylight saving time can change birth order, on paper anyway. During the time change in the fall, one baby could be born at 1:55 a.m. and the other sibling born 10 minutes later, technically at 2:05, but with daylight saving time, it's actually recorded as 1:05 a.m.
In the spring, there's a gap when no babies are born at all, from 2 a.m. to 3 a.m.
Interesting. Well, some people love daylight saving time while others don't. Regardless of where you fall in this pendulum, one thing we all have to celebrate is that spring is right around the corner.
Speaking of just around the corner, our first guests, the Community Art Players, are ready to bring you another show. We welcome cast members Kathy Fimler and Mark Hatfield as they share with us information about their upcoming performances this weekend.
Well, the Community Art Players in Salisbury are hard at it again. They've got another wonderful play for you coming up this weekend, and I'm so pleased to have Kathy Fimler and Mark Hatfield join us to tell us all about the play. But first, we're going to start with Mark, and he's going to talk with us a little bit about the Community Art Players, the organization, why you exist, what's going on with the organization now after, 3 years?
Sure. The Community Art Players, we're entering our third season. We were formed with the idea of providing quality theater for the community, both with the adults and with the children's program. And to date, we have presented 4 adult shows and 2 children's shows, which have all gone very well. Been real pleased with them. The support from the community has been fantastic. We have one purpose that we still have to accomplish, and that is to get our own venue so that we can have a permanent home for our presentations. And we're working on that very hard, and with the support of the community and a little bit of luck, I think we're going to get there.
Excellent, excellent. It does take the support of the community and the wonderful plays that you put on over the years. It's just kind of snowballed. You've got a reputation, and it's a wonderful thing. And involving the kids is a great thing, too.
Yeah, we've had just outstanding participation in the summer program with the kids. The numbers have been huge, and the adults as well have really come along. I know in this current production we have 16 actors in the show, and that doesn't count the people who are helping with other aspects of it. So overall, we've probably got 20 people are more involved, and we just feel real good about that.
Well, you got a play coming up this week, and let's talk a little bit about the play, what it's called and what it's all about.
All right. Well, the play is All I Really Needed to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. Did I get that right?
You sure did.
All right. And it starts out with kindergartners and learning all those things that you learned when you were 6 or 7, like play fair and share and hold hands when you cross the street and flush, and all those important things that really serve us well if we remember them as we get older. And then it goes through people's lives, and it talks about their themes, about how you relate to those themes that you learned in kindergarten. And also about how we become so caught up in our own world that we forget to share our gifts with others. And there's a lot of emphasis on reflecting that inner light and sharing it to make the world a brighter place.
Oh, that's neat. Now, there are, you said 16 cast members in this play, and what I think is neat is most of them are returning cast members, so a very experienced group.
Yes, most have been in the shows before. This has been quite a undertaking for us. We decided to go in a totally different direction with this production. We went with a musical / comedy / drama, I guess, really is
You
what
got
you
it
would call
all in one.
It is all in one. So we have added the facet of learning to do the music, and it just has been something that we've really worked hard at. We've grown, no doubt, without a question. We've grown as a company with this production, and it'll be very interesting to see how it's received.
Oh, it'll be very exciting. So tell us the details, the particulars. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Sunday, you actually have to have advance tickets because there is dinner provided along with
yeah.
that show. We're very excited for you to come out and see us. We've got a raised audience this year, so some of the seats are a little bit higher because of our venue. We don't have the traditional theater, and so we're improvising.
And it'll take place at the Knights of Columbus Hall in Salisbury.
At the Knights of Columbus Hall in Salisbury. You want to get there early so you can get a good seat.
So what time do the doors open?
At 7.
So Friday and Saturday night at 7.
And then I believe at noon on, or 12:30, yes, 12:30 on Sunday.
Very good. Sounds very exciting. What's the menu on Sunday?
Do you know what the
I
menu
do.
is? All right.
They're going to have either pork or beef, along with some potatoes and green beans and some dessert for you. So the meal should be outstanding.
Oh, it sounds delicious. Sounds delicious. Well, it's all taking place in Salisbury this weekend, so you can get your tickets at the door on Friday and Saturday nights. What a great way to spend an evening. The tickets are not expensive. It's a great night out and great entertainment, and it'll be a lot of fun. So that's Friday and Saturday night. And then Sunday matinee, come and have, after you go to your service, come over and have a meal and enjoy the afternoon with a cast of people that really enjoy what they're doing.
Oh yeah, we'd love to see you. We really would.
Guaranteed to make you laugh and probably make you cry.
So without giving too much away, can you tell us a little bit about your characters?
That's kind of the interesting part. We don't play a character per se. It's basically we're telling a story that is being acted out as we tell this story. So in one story, I might be someone, and then I come back in a different scene, and I'm totally someone else. So that has been kind of the challenging part, because before you could develop a character, and regardless of when you were on stage, you could stay in that character and kind of have that persona around you. Here you have to be funny sometimes. Sometimes you got to come out and be serious, and you just have to be very flexible and very adaptable. And I think that's what Mrs. Moore was going for when she chose this, that she decided she was going to stretch us as much as she felt she could anyway.
Uh-huh. How about you, Kathy?
I think I am a kindergartner and a school teacher and probably an 85-year-old woman. So it's a wide range of characters. It's really fun, and I think you're going to enjoy it.
Any final words, Mark?
Just I would encourage everyone to come out and visit with us at one of our shows, because I think it'll be well worth your time.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better. So thank you both very much. I appreciate your time. I know you're busy, but it's good to get the word out, and hopefully don't break a leg, but have a great time.
Well,
Thank you.
We appreciate CVTV coming and supporting us as well. So thank you all.
It is our pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks again, Mark and Kathy. All I really need to know I learned in kindergarten. Don't miss it. It's open to everyone, and I'm sure it'll be worth the drive.
The task of protecting our children online is a challenge that grows in complexity every day. Jennifer Schiffman with DigiDiva Dialogues joins us with tips for dealing with our kids and digital devices. Are your children safe when it comes to what they're doing online or on their cell phones? We are pleased to have an expert in the field, a digital diva, mind you, Jennifer Schiffman. Jennifer is an expert in this field, and she's come to share with us some tips and some information, and we're so pleased to have you. Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much. I'm so happy to be here. For the past 8 years, I worked as a civilian in the Missouri Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, and now I've opened my own company. I guess I'm CEO and founder now of DigiDiva Dialogues, and we do presentations in schools, for churches, community groups. Also train, on occasion, law enforcement, social workers, and therapists. We're trying to bring everybody up to speed on the issues concerning our children and their digital life.
So why is it so important for parents and adults to monitor children's digital activities?
Because, for several reasons, mostly because the technology was not really designed with kiddos in mind. And they can find all sorts of trouble there, including, digital drama, true cyberbullying, certainly inappropriate content and pictures, and they can also bump into people that you know as online predators, and the kids probably know as creepers.
So how can parents monitor their children's activities?
You know, the best solution is actually free. If you open up your child's devices and take a look, you're going to do yourself a huge favor. You can use a variety of programs, and I have an entire list of those on my website at digidivadialogues.com that you can use to monitor your children. But the thing that I absolutely 100% recommend to parents is to become part of your children's digital life. Talk about it, keep an open line of communication, and observe. Open up those devices, open up the individual apps, because our kiddos, the very creative ones, can actually download apps that will change the appearance of their apps. They can also hide apps and pictures on their cell phones if they are so inspired. So as a parent, it really is your responsibility to open that up, take a look, see what's going on in there, let your kiddo know that you're doing it, do it randomly so that they don't get an opportunity to say, start deleting every Thursday if you're going to check it on Friday. But just let them know that it's your device and you let them use it, and that you as a parent need to secure their safety and make sure that they're acting in accordance with your family values.
Are there some of the top apps that parents should be aware of, some of the more popular ones that...
I would say every parent should be aware of Kik, K-I-K, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, probably Oovo, which is O-O-V-O-O, and you can look any of those up on the Google Play or Apple Store and find out what they do. I'm also a little concerned about kids using Skype and FaceTime freely and without being monitored. We have several new apps, actually. YouNow, Meerkat, and Periscope that allow kids to live stream from their bedroom. So they're broadcasting in real time, and people are commenting to them and asking them questions in real time, right from the safety of their bedrooms. I'm concerned about those as well.
As should parents.
Yes, parents should definitely be concerned about those and just monitor. It's never the app's fault. There's no technology that prods you to do the right thing or the wrong thing, but the lack of supervision and certainly peer pressure lead us to make some decisions with our little bitty underdeveloped brains. Kids' brains are not developed at this point to make great decisions, to put on the brakes when necessary. So parental supervision really is required.
What would you recommend for parents as far as limiting the amount of time on their devices?
It's always okay to say no and say not now. You should set tech-free times and zones, I think, in your house, for example. Should a cell phone or a device ever be in the bathroom? Absolutely not. Should gaming systems be in the bedroom, unmonitored? Absolutely not. You can limit the time. You can actually have your internet service provider turn off your internet at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night if you like. Kids may glom onto the neighbor's Wi-Fi at that point, but you can set restrictions for your children. And I would recommend doing so because there is an element, there can be an element of addiction with kids and screen time where they just are constantly connected. There was a research study done by commonsensemedia.org that said up to 24% of our kids are constantly connected. There is no time when they're not connected to a screen or a device. and that's really unhealthy for them. It's also building the same pathways, the neural pathways in the brain, as smoking or drug addiction. So it's okay to set time limits. And so some parents have asked me what seems to be appropriate. And, that depends on your family values. But I would say in elementary school, probably an hour is more than enough time, more than enough screen time. As they get a little older, of course, they'll want to be on it constantly, but you can set those times and zones. The dinner table, we're not having any technology there. While we're having a family conversation, we're not having any technology there. Set times and zones in your house that are tech-free, and I think that you'll find yourself to be a lot happier family. I would also really recommend that all the kids' devices recharge in the parents' bedroom. So that there's a certain time at night where we take away the phones and the devices, give kids enough time to wind down from screen time, which actually keeps you awake. And also, you then as the parent, you know that the devices are there with you in your bedroom recharging, and the kids aren't up all night texting and posting to social media.
So how did you become so familiar with all this information?
Trial by fire. I went out as the prevention specialist with a new message for the task force. And I just took a look and said, no, don't, bad, and it's illegal really haven't worked for anyone ever in terms of changing our behavior. So I went out, and as I did more and more presentations and just actively listened to the kiddos, they were the ones who taught me what a lot of these apps are. And certainly I pay attention to a lot of social media news, but I learned more from the kids than anything else. And you can learn a lot more if you just listen to your kids. If you take an active interest in their social media, it may, in the beginning, drive you a bit mad to hear about all the different apps and the things that were done during the day, but you will learn a lot from your kiddos, and they love to teach us. So it's always a good idea when they're little to instill that in them. Hey, I need to learn something. Can you teach me about this?
That's a really good
just
idea.
actively listen to them.
So many of you may have seen Jennifer. She's been at several schools in the area, and she has a presentation for children and a quite different presentation for adults. So
We actually have 3 different presentations to keep it age appropriate for elementary, for middle, and for high school. And then we have another presentation for school administrators and another one for parents to get everyone the information in the language that they need it, kind of framed in the way they need to hear it. For parents, we need to do a lot more teaching about individual apps and social media. Kids, they know it all. We kind of focus on safety there, and also still having a good time. You can be safe and still have a good time.
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot of great communication that happens with devices like that.
Absolutely. They support one another, and they mostly, if it's not hyper productive, it's at least very fun. They're having a lot of fun time. So I don't want anyone to come away from a presentation thinking that social media or technology is evil and that we should take it away from our kiddos. But they do need a little bit of monitoring. They need some buoys.
Right.
To
It's
keep
a
that behavior.
double-edged sword.
Yes,
Absolutely.
definitely.
So if anyone is interested in possibly having you come to their school or their church or their organization, how can they get a hold of you?
They can contact me at either 417-599-1455, or the best way to reach me, honestly, is email, and that's the Digi, D-I-G-I, Diva, D-I-V-A, Speaks, S-P-E-A-K-S, at gmail.com, and I'm happy to come out. I do have a sliding scale so that it's affordable for every school district and for every church and community group.
So one final message before we go.
Please, please monitor your children on social media. You'll be glad you did, even though it's a lot of work, and to be honest, your kids will be glad that you did too.
Absolutely. You could save them from a lot of heartache.
Heartache and scary things as well.
Exactly. Jennifer, thank you so much. We
Thank
appreciate
you
your
for having
time.
me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anytime. If you have new news come up, just give us a call. We'd be happy to have you on.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Jennifer.